Hello guys, thank you. We've reached 85 subscriber and one of the subscriber asked me, can you give me a short tutorial, a review of how to solve and simplify square root? So let me record that tutorial for you. Okay, so let's learn square root. So it's usually there is a symbol, this, and a number inside of it. And that symbol, this is what we called your radical sign, or sometimes the square root sign, radical sign. And this one, what you're planning to simplify is your radicand. Okay, so that's your radicand. Let's have an example. So if you have the square root of 2, so that is your radicand, and this one is your radical sign. How about let's try to simplify some sample. Example, you have a 25. What is the square root of 25? Now, square root is actually you're looking for a number that when you multiply by itself, you will get that number. Like for example, this 25, look for a number that if you're going to multiply by itself, you will get an answer of 25. So perhaps you can have some table, as I'll just write it here, our table. If you multiply 1 by itself, you get 1, right? If you multiply 2 by itself, 2 times 2, you get 4. If you multiply 3 by 3, you get 9. And so on. 4 by 4, 16, tama, correct. 5 by 5, 25. So, in a way, we have an answer here already. But you can continue. 6 times 6, we should get 36. 7 times 7, you can, what's 7 times 7? 49, right? Okay. 8 times 8, you get 64. And then 9 times 9, you get 81. So it's better to write something like this, so it's easier for you to look for that number, that when you multiply by itself, you get an answer, the radicand. So here we know that if you multiply 5 by itself, 5 times 5, this is not a dot, but it's a multiplication symbol. Or you can also write this as 5 raised to 2. Okay? If you have background in exponents, I hope you do, but if you're not, it's okay. This one is the same as 5 raised to 2 times the exponent 1/2. So, but if you're going to know, if you know the rules for exponent, if you have this quantity 5 raised to 2, you can actually multiply the 2. So 5 raised to 2, and then the 2 times 1/2, or 2 divided by 2. So it becomes 1. So it will be like 5 raised to 1, which is 5. So the answer here is 5. The number that when you're going to multiply on itself, you get the radicand, which is 25. So 5 times 5 equals 25. So let's have another example here. I don't know. What number? So let's say square root of 81. What's the square root of 81? Look for that number. When you multiply by itself, you will get 81. Which one here? See, I have something here. And that is this one, right? So it's 9. So you can say 9 times 9, or that's 9. Okay, you get rid of the radical sign. Let's have another example. Let's say square root of 4. That's easy. Here, 2. That's 2. How about square root of 1? That's easy as well. This one. That's 1, right? Okay. If you want, let's have another example. So the more example problems you have, I hope you learn more. So let's have another example here. The square root of 225. This is now a little bit challenging. So it's harder to find a number that when you multiply by itself, you get 225. If you look here, 10 by 10, you already reach 100. So you can continue doing that. Like, let's say, okay, let's continue. 11 by 11, what is it? So, okay, manual calculation, it should be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2 plus 1 plus 1, 2, 1. So something like that. You can do some manual calculations here, 1 to 1. So 12 times 12, you should get an answer of 144. I will not manually compute it for you. You can try it. You can pause the video and you can try it. 13 by 13, that's 169. Yeah. 14 by 14, that's, what is it? 196. 15 by 15, so you can try it. 15 by 15, 5 times 5, 25, 2, 5 times 1, 5 plus 2, 7, 5 times 1, 5, 1 times 1, 1, 1, and so on. 5, this is 12, carry 1, this is 2, so 2 to 5. You can do the same again, manual calculation. 16 by 16 equals 256. 17 by 17 equals 289. 18 by 18 equals 324. 19 by 19, this is getting too long already. Okay, what's the answer? So perhaps, yeah, 19 by 19. 19 by 19, 9 times 1, 9 times 9, 81, carry 8. 9 times 1, 9 plus 8, 17, right? 1 times 9, 1 times 1, add them, 1, 6, carry 1, 1, 2, 3. 361, yeah, I think that's correct. And okay, lastly, 20 by 20 equals, that should be easy, right? But I'll just show you. 400, so it's 400. So yeah, so 400. Okay, so let me delete this whole thing now so we can use the space. Okay, so what's the answer here? Can you find 225? So here, so it's actually 15. That's easy, right? Let's have another example. Square root of 324, you can find it in your table. 324, so it's here, 18. Another example, square root of 361 equals 361. Oh, 19. Something like that. And lastly, square root of 400. We just solve it. Oh, it should be this one. So 20. Is it easier now? Okay, let's try to solve this. You can actually simplify this. Okay, 4 times the square root of 100, right? So 4 times 100 equals 400. And then you have here, square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 100 is 10, so 20. So they are actually the same. Okay, so let's have another example. Perhaps harder. Let's do this. Oops, why is it gray? Okay, let me think. Square root of 2, 5, okay, not too high. 2500, something like that. So perhaps you can simplify this by looking for a number that when you divide you can simplify better. So perhaps 25, square root of 25 by square root of 100, because we know the square root of 100 is 10 and we know that square root of 25 is 5. So 5 times 10. So that would mean 50. That's easy, right? Let's have another example. Square root of, let's say, 40,000. Okay, it gets harder now. So you can actually multiply this, get rid of two zeros. So 400 times the square root of 100. So because you know this one is already 10. But you can still simplify this. So that's square root of 4 times square root of 100, and then times this is 100. So now you know that square root of 4 is 2, square root of 100 is 10, square root of 100 is 10. Yeah. So multiply them. 2 by 2 times 10, 20 times 10, 200. Right? Yeah, I think. Yeah. Yeah, right. Okay. If you have question, you can feel free to chat in the comment below. And okay, let's say this is our last example. If you have question, just ask me, okay, in the comment section, so we can do some tutorial video about it. Okay, this is quite tricky. Perhaps get rid of the two zeros. So 600 times 100. Or you can simplify this further. 6 times 100 times 100. Chang chang. We know the square root of this, you know the square root of this, but this one has no further simplification because a number that will get 6 is already includes decimal. So what you can do is the square root of 6 times this one is 10, 10. So you should get this one is 10 by 10, 100. So 100 square root of 6. So that's the square root of 60,000. This one. Okay? That's all for today, and I hope you learned something. I appreciate you guys for the subscribers and for those who ask questions. I love teaching, so thank you very much. Bye.